I now call the December 9th, 2019 meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission to order. At this point in time, I'd like to ask all of you to stand for the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. This evening, Commissioner Gary Roberts will lead us in the invocation, followed by the pledge by Commissioner John Yater.
Father, thank you for allowing us to serve this community, because the people that serve you appoint and elect those who are in office. And thank you for the opportunity that we can serve this community. May you give us wisdom, knowledge that we need to make decisions, that these decisions are good for the community. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 4, can we get a roll call, please, Christy?
Commissioner Rutherford? Commissioner Musara?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dusky?
Yes.
Commissioner Yater?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rankin?
Here.
Chairperson Zurcher?
Here. All right, moving on to item number 5, approval of the minutes from the November 4th, 2019 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I would make a motion.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Moving on, any announcements? All right. Well, good evening. My name is Matt Zurcher, and I'm the chairperson of the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I'll be presiding over the Commission's deliberations on hearing items this evening. The Planning and Zoning Commission sits in an advisory capacity to the Town Council and reviews planning and zoning issues and forwards recommendations regarding these important issues to the Council. The Commission is bound by specific regulations and guidelines for considering applications, and there are also a surprising number of things the Commission cannot take into consideration when reviewing an application. Finally, members of the Commission are volunteers and not paid employees. We donate our time for the betterment of the town. This evening's proceedings will be conducted using the following format. First, I will read the hearing application into the record. Once the application has been read into the record, staff will present their case and their recommendations to the Commission. Members of the Planning and Zoning Commission will then direct any questions they have regarding the application to staff. After the Commission completes its initial review of the application, the applicant will have an opportunity to comment regarding the matter and answer any questions. After the applicant has completed their comments, I will open the floor to general comments from the public regarding the current application being discussed. I'll cover the rules for public participation. Speakers are limited to a 3-minute period. Upon the conclusion of 3 minutes, please promptly finish your remarks. If you wish to comment, please remember that you may only comment on the application being discussed, not on any other issue. Please direct your pertinent comments to the Commission through the chairperson and not to the applicant, staff, or individuals within the audience. Please keep your comments brief and to the point. Please try not to repeat what others have already said. Speakers cannot donate their time to another speaker, and members of the audience are reminded not to make any comments or outbursts from the audience. So moving on to item number 7, public hearing items. We have only one, zoning map change 19-012. Upon the application of Joshua Fowler, agent, a request for a zoning map change from R1L70, residential single family limited, to C3, commercial minor industrial, on approximately 2-acre parcel located on the east side of State Route 69, approximately 500 feet north of Kachina Lane in Dewey, Arizona. Presenting is Mr. Joe Scott. Joe?
Thank you, Chairman and Commissioners. The subject property that's identified here in the exhibit was part of annexation 06002 that comprised a total of 155 acres in the Dewey area that was approved in August of 2006. The property retained the R1L 70 zoning that existed at the time of annexation. In 2005, while still in the county jurisdiction, the adjacent APN 4020246 was rezoned from C2 to C3, again to allow for the construction of a self-storage facility, and adjacent parcel APN 4020246A was rezoned from RS to C1 zoning to allow for commercial buildings and a manager's office / residence. and to act as a buffer to the light industrial storage facility. Again, that was approved while it was in the county. The owner and agent have now requested a zoning map change from the R1L 70 to the C3 on APN 4020245C, being a 2-acre parcel, for the expansion of this existing mini storage facility. The expansion includes 45 10 by 20 units, 14 10 by 10 units, 6 10 by 30 units, and 25 10 by 20 units. And also an area for RV parking, boat parking for 40 spaces. Again, the preliminary site plan here shows the layout of the property and the uses that are intended. Initial project review meeting was held in June 19th, 2019, and the plan was reviewed by Building, Zoning, Public Works, Central Arizona Fire and Medical Authority, and ADOT. And conditions for rezoning are intended to ensure any development meets the required standards. Just yeah. Exhibit this exhibit here shows the property right up here. This just gives kind of a regional overview of the property and surrounding zoning, and this shows that there are some projects planned to extend the roadways and sewer through this area in the at a future date. Because there is no existing wastewater infrastructure in the project vicinity now, and the nearest facility to the project is the lift station at Aztec Road, approximately a half mile to the north of the project. This future sewer extension may follow the same easement as the roadway. Alignment has not yet been determined. The town needs to acquire necessary easements. And as anticipated, this project will benefit in the future from regional improvements, and some of the conditions of rezoning will require future contribution towards those improvements when developed. So it is in the general plan pad 5-2 boundary, which offers both housing, commercial, office, employment opportunities for people in the 69 corridor area. And the land uses include residential, and also regional commercial, which allows for the C3 zoning. A neighborhood meeting was held June 26th, and noticing property was within 1,000 feet. It's reported that no one attended the meeting or otherwise at the time objected to the rezoning application. So the requested zoning map change from RL 70 to C3. Proposed land uses are in conformance with the General Plan 2025 and appropriate with limitations set forth in the conditions of approval. Staff recommends the Commission make a motion to approve zoning map change 19012 with the conditions in the brief. With that, I'm going to offer any questions. I don't see that the applicant is in the audience right now.
All right, thank you, Joe. Any questions of staff from the Commission?
No.
Seeing none, are there any, before we even have the applicant come up, are there any questions of the applicant of the Commission?
No. Fine.
All right, seeing none, at this time I'd open the floor to public comments. Any public comments with regard to this zoning map change? Seeing none, I'll close the floor to public comments for this public hearing item, the zoning map change, and bring it back to the Commission. Is there a motion to approve zoning map change 19-012 with the conditions as stated?
I'd like to make a motion to approve zoning map change 19-012 with the conditions provided by staff.
I'll second. Okay.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Musara?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Deskey?
Yes.
Commissioner Yater?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rankin?
Yes.
Chairperson Zurcher?
Yes. Moving on to item number 8, action items. We have 2 this evening. First is reversionary plat 19-001 upon the application of Rolando Carreras, a request for a reversionary plat to combine lots 17, 18, and 19, Presque Valley Unit 1 into a new larger lot 19A. Property is located at 8176 East State Route 69 in Presque Valley. Joe, take it away.
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners. The large lot is contended. This was previously a location of a restaurant that was taken down, and property is now vacant, and the larger combined lot will meet the standards of the C2 PAD district, and when combined, allow for a development of a new restaurant.
All right.
With that, recommend approval and available for any questions.
Any questions of staff from the commission? All right, seeing none, is the applicant here, Joe?
Don't see them.
Okay. So bring it back to the commission. Is there a motion to approve reversionary plat 19-001?
So move.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by, actually, roll call vote, please. My apologies.
Commissioner Yater?
Yes.
Commissioner Dusky?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Musara?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rankin?
Yes.
Chairperson Zurcher?
Yes. All right, item number 2, final development plan 19-013. Upon the application of the Cabin Opportunity Fund, LLC, a request for review of a final development plan for 183 multifamily residential units on approximately 19 acres, zone RSPAD, located on multiple parcels located at the northeast corner of State Route 69 and State Route 169 in Dewey. Take it away, Joe.
Yep. Thanks, Chairman, Commissioners. Again, this property is within the regional map here that was referred to before, and this identifies the location of the property at the intersection, which was recently rezoned to the RS zoning district, and is now the subject of a final development plan. And again, at the September 9th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, staff provided detailed information on the request by Cabin Opportunity Fund for the zoning map change from C2 to PAD to RSPAD. And at that meeting, the Commission recommended approval of the ZMC with conditions, and also approved a related preliminary development plan for 197 multifamily residential units on 19 acres that was approved for the RSPAD zoning. The preliminary development plan also included approximately 42,000 square feet of commercial office development on approximately 6 acres that remained C2 PAD zoning. Following the presentation by staff, the Commission asked that a condition be added stipulating compliance with the traffic impact analysis approved by Arizona Department of Transportation. During public comment period, some neighbors that had horses on their property to the north expressed concerns about the safety of horse trailers and large trucks going through the development and the turning radius on the realigned Donovan Lane. The applicant stated that the preliminary plan would be modified as part of the final plan and would be constructed to standards which would accommodate large vehicles. The chairman stated that he would like to add a condition of approval that the Planning Commission review and approve a final development plan prior to formal council approval. The Commission members agreed and voted unanimously in separate motion to approve ZMC 19008 and PDP 19005 and forward to the Town Council. Town Council subsequently held a second public hearing, October 10th, 2019, then approved Ordinance 868 on October 24th, 2019. This just shows a graphic, again, which was discussed at the previous meeting of some of the housing product. The applicant has now submitted for review by the Commission a more detailed final development plan, identifying residential parcel 1, commercial parcels 2 and 4, and a sewer lift station parcel 3. Updated narrative was provided, which discussed the site conditions and the project descriptions for the unit layouts. and which addressed the Commission's concern with traffic circulation. Specifically, the narrative discussed that Denman Lane has been realigned to turn east and connect to Village Way with a direct access to State Route 69. In the current plan, a gentle curve has been provided within the access alignment to ensure that large trucks and trailers can easily navigate this new roadway alignment. The radius of the curve is 186 feet inside and 214 feet outside, allowing for all large trucks and trailers to easily navigate the new alignment. And again, that's the location here, which was a concern before, and this radius has been greatly increased to allow for those large vehicles. Additionally, developers plan to work with adjacent property owners to the north of development and with the town to provide interim roadway alignment along the ultimate Village Way extension alignment. So that would be, again, the developers responsible for their portion of Village Way through here. But until this is permanently extended through, they are working and we might try to establish easement through here on an interim basis, which will allow some of these property owners to use this new configuration when developed. Again, this will allow for more immediate alternate access to Village Way and State Route 169 from those various properties. The future alignment of Village Way will also provide for future public utility easement to address the routing of the gravity sewer of the sewer and lift station requirements. Since this plan was submitted and prepared, the applicants have indicated that they, again, may, prior to the sewer line being established, an easement of doing a packaged treatment plant on site. And this is the new phasing plan, which shows two things, which shows where a interim packaged sewer plant would be until there's a permanent alignment up to the north, up to the lift station. It also indicates the phasing, again, in yellow for the first phase, which would exclude a portion of the Village Way extension that is currently in the floodplain, which can't be developed for town public right-of-way until that floodplain is removed. So they would develop a portion of this without utilizing that roadway in the floodplain, and also have a location for what could be an interim packaged sewer plant until a lift station is established. So the final development plan for Parcel 1 identifies the building locations, parking and open space, and access and circulation features. The zoning is RSPAD. The number of units has gone from 197 to 183 to accommodate roadway alignments. Preliminary water and wastewater impact studies and drainage reports have been submitted for review and approved. Final reports be required prior to approval of development plans. Again, as discussed, there are currently no existing wastewater infrastructure in the project vicinity, and so a interim sewer package plant may be developed until the ultimate obtainment of easements and installation of that sewer infrastructure. Again, so separate final development plans would be required in the future for any commercial or office development on parcels 2 and 4 that are zoned C2 PAD. And staff observes that the final development plan addresses the concerns raised by the Commission as in conformance with the zoning and the town general plan. And staff recommends the Commission make a motion to approve FDP 19013 with the recommended conditions and forward to Council. With that, I'm very open to any questions. And again, we do have a representative here if you wish to have questions of them also, okay?
Thank you, Joe. Any questions of the Commission?
Joe, I just have a couple of questions. I wanted to make sure that Phase 1, that they are going to leave the power lines above ground.
I will ask that the developer address that.
And then the other, when you were explaining earlier about the temporary easement, that's during the road, the construction period for the road, so that the people to the north have access to Highway 69. That's what you were talking about there.
Well, it's that originally they were concerned about the turning radiuses and movements and going through the neighborhoods. And so if they have a horse trailer or something, a temporary easement, yes, is planned. And Gary, the representative, can explain this more. Would try to establish an easement that would connect some of those properties to the roadway when it's developed. So I would ask the developer could address that.
Yeah, I was
a bit
just
more.
concerned about during the construction phase and the roads being put in and so forth, that those people to the north would still have access to 169.
Either one way or the other, but I would ask that the applicant could address that a little bit more.
Okay. Any other questions of staff of the commission?
I'm fine, he did it.
All right, seeing none, I'd like to invite the applicant up. Gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, would you please state your name for the record?
Yes, my name's Gary Burton, and I'm the manager of the Cabin Opportunity Fund, the owner of the site in question.
Thank you.
And Jeff Farr is with me, and Jeff Farr is one of our land planners with RVI Planning.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, for being here this evening. Any questions of the applicant from the commission?
I guess I'm going to ask, gentlemen, that when we came up before the first time, it got brought up that ADOT had said to you that eventually that they want to do the roundabout at the intersection of 69 and 169. Has ADOT ever given you any indication as to time frame for that?
No, not specifically, other than they plan to move forward with an application to try and put the roundabout in, as soon as they can, recognizing some of the current concerns at the primary intersection of 69 and 169. Our discussions and arrangements with ADOT have always contemplated that before any closure of Donovan Lane at its current location, that our development would proceed and we would have in place the alternative routing prior to any consideration on their part for closure of the existing access off of 169 directly on to Donovan Lane. And the further understanding has been that any closure on their part to deal with that would be conditioned upon moving forward with the construction and development of the roundabout.
Any other questions of the applicant from the commission? All right, seeing none. Do you have anything to add, gentlemen?
Just thank you for your consideration. We look forward to, being in Prescott Valley.
All right, thank you. This time I'll open the floor to public comment with regard to this application. Is there anyone wishing to address the commission? Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the commission and for a motion or further discussion. Is there any further discussion? All right. Is there a motion to approve final development plan 19-013 with the conditions as stated and forward to town council?
So move.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Musara?
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts?
Yes.
Commissioner Dusky?
Yes.
Commissioner Yater?
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rankin?
Yes.
Chairperson Zurcher?
Yes. Item number 9, call to public. Consideration and discussion of comments from the public. Those wishing to address the Planning and Zoning Commission need not request permission in advance. Action taken as a result of public comment will be limited to directing staff to study the matter or rescheduling the matter for further consideration and discussion at a later date. Is there anyone wishing to address the commission? Seeing none, we'll close call to public and move on to item number 10, which is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.